Hello, it's Tuesday Talks. I've been doing okay. Things are sometimes better than others. No, what? Wait a minute. Some days are better than others. Sometimes I am better than others. I do know that my focus is completely shot. So having a plan, a bullet journal, that kind of thing is really helping. Another thing that's really helping is working out some kind of way to get this grief and the anxiety out. Being creative, it's helping. It's not helping nearly enough, but it is helping. Um, One of the things that I found to be the most helpful is to journal, text journaling, just getting out all the feelings and all the thoughts and everything. My morning pages have really been helpful this past week or two. It's really been helpful. I haven't always wanted to do them because it's some of it's negative. Some of it's very hurt. It's a lot of hurt and a lot of sadness, but it's helping. People see morning pages as all different kinds of things. Some people see morning pages as more of a brain dump, and some people see morning pages as therapeutic, meditative, and I think they're all of those things. Sometimes I don't get to the morning pages in the morning. Sometimes I do the morning pages in the evening, and then it is really a brain dump. It's a get it all out on the page, everything that happened during the day, or that I thought about, or that I felt, and it's getting it all out. So, I mean, there's a difference between what I write sometimes when I do things in the morning or when I do things in the evening. I found I usually tend to write at least a little paragraph in the evenings. Anyway, they're my evening pages. I kind of write things out. But I'm noticing I'm doing a lot more of that here lately. I'm actually doing a lot more morning and evening pages, both because I need to get it out on the page. I need to. It helps release some of that, can let some things go. Other things, not so much. Um, my dad's daughter's appointment is tomorrow. They're supposed to be, I think, doing the tube or talking about what they're going to do with the tube. I think they're actually doing the tube from his kidney to his bladder so his kidney can flush. We'll find out, and hopefully that will make him feel better, and hopefully they can give him some iron pills and stuff like that because he's extremely weak and fatigued. So I'm hoping. I need to call this afternoon and see how everything is going. Um, my cousin went by there yesterday evening and dropped off some more of the Boost drinks for my dad. Not the Ensure, but the Boost. They're gluten-free and stuff like that. The ones that Mr. Rockstar are drinking are the same. They're gluten-free ones. So, because he can't have dairy and he can't have gluten, so his are dairy-free, gluten-free. So they don't have all that crap in them that like some of the Ensure and stuff like that have. And I am going to finish this video, get up, and then I'm going to go sit in the sunshine and do some writing in my notebook. For my novel, I think that would be a good thing. We'll get a little sunshine, do a little writing, and it'll make me feel a little better. Trying to get outside, get some fresh air and some vitamin D. And I really like being outside sometimes. It's very therapeutic for me. Um, I like walking barefoot in the grass. Just have to be careful for the ants. Ugh, the damn ants. One of the other things I wanted to talk about for a minute is not just, I think creativity is it can be very useful for dealing with things that we have going on in our lives. For me, working on my journal pages and things like that, that's my journal is right here. I'm about to do some stuff this evening. Mr. Rockstar works tonight, so I will be journaling. I will be doing some filming Um, I will probably be watching something on the computer, and while I journal, I need to catch up on some videos and stuff like that. So I'll be doing that while I'll be journaling and watching journal stuff, probably, or other things. There's quite a bit of stuff that I really need to catch up on. Some YouTube videos, some Patreon videos, stuff like that. So I'm kind of excited about that. I'll be able to journal. I think it'll be good for me. I find myself knowing that it's going to be okay, and then it's life is it's a circle of life. I feel like that that song from The Lion King and Hakuna Matata, and the Circle of Life with Elton John, that those just keep kind of resounding in my head. They're stuck in my head. Death is a part of life, and I keep reminding myself that none of us live forever. Um, and I have to ask myself the question of, do I really want my dad to suffer in a lot of pain and to be dependent on others, which is something he's always said he refused to do. He did not want, he could not, if his thing was, if I can't wipe my own ass, then no. He doesn't have a living will though. So then, you're like stuck going, okay, well, what do you consider? But my mom is one of those kinds of people who insists on doing everything herself. She doesn't want to miss anything. She's scared she goes to sleep, then she'll wake up and he won't be there anymore. She'll miss something. She doesn't think anybody else can take as good a care of him as she can, for one, but I think the biggest part of it is that my mom doesn't want to miss anything. So the best that I can do is go visit and help do things so that she doesn't have to do them. I can go and I can do dishes and I can clean and I can sweep and I can mop and I can vacuum and I can cook some meals and do stuff like that. That's I can sit with my dad and spend some time with him. Let my mom have a little bit of a break. Let her go take a shower. Let her take a nap. Something like that. She'll let me do that a little bit. So I need to set up some kind of schedule with my mom and my son and my brother, because my son works. So like next week I'll find out what days he's working, what days he's off, so that I can go on a couple of the days that I can go spend a couple of days for the days that he's working. My mom can have a bit of a break. We're going there Sunday, so while we're there Sunday, I think I'll find out for sure. And yeah, this is a really rough time. I did make the announcement on YouTube that very soon, depending on what happens, I will let them know that I will be taking a break from YouTube. From here on out, I think other than the coffee chats, I'm going to do shorter videos for YouTube for right now. I don't want to be one of those people that gets on Patreon and then doesn't post very much at all to YouTube, because YouTube is how you get to Patreon. YouTube is how you get more people on Patreon. So if you neglect YouTube, that's going to make it harder to get more patrons on Patreon, unless you are super, super popular to begin with. But I think one of the things that has really helped me is showing up. I watched a video on Patreon by one of the people I pledged to about showing up. And then before that, I'd read a blog post about showing up to the page that had to do with writing. And I think I did one last year or year before about showing up to the page for writing. But it's the same for any creative endeavor, showing up. It's the same for life, especially when you have depression, when things like this are going on. Showing up to your life, showing up to take a shower, to get out of the bed and go take a shower, to starting your morning, getting your cup of coffee or your cup of tea, and maybe doing your morning pages if that's what you do. All of those things, that showing up to your routine, doing the things, those help to do more things. They help your mind space, I think. They help me. And I've noticed that for a lot of other people, they help them too. It's very hard when you are sensitive to a lot of those kinds of things. So yeah, I think that's one of the most difficult things. And I'm fidgety. I'm sorry, my ADHD right now is really, really bad. I can't focus. I'm all over the place. And the creativity, you have focus, like, there are different kinds of focus. Jamie from Jamie Riddler Studios, she was talking about it, and there's the pretty kind of focus, like with the butterfly, where they flit and they start, and you go, okay, well, I'm going to do some knitting, and you do some knitting, and you go, okay, well, now I think it's time for me to read for a while. So you read for a while, and then she talked about how, like, you go from thing to thing to thing, but you ease into those things, like a butterfly, kind of flitting along, flying, and landing on different flowers and trees and shrubs, and yeah, and then there's the other kind of flitting around, you know, that um, you don't even know where to go. You don't know where to start. You can't focus. You can't even see what shrubs and trees and flowers are out there. You just know they're out there somewhere, and you kind of need to do this, or you want to do this, and you have all these things you need and want to do, but you can't narrow down your focus enough to even figure out where to start. Or once you do start, you can't narrow your focus down enough to get into it, much less do anything else. So I've stopped to start a lot of journal pages. I've stopped and started a lot of blog posts. I've stopped and started a lot of writing with the novel, because I can't focus. And I'm finding that if I kind of let out some of that, it's really helping me. If I don't try so hard to focus and I just kind of let it happen organically, if I just kind of show up to the journal page and I do some drawing and I do some stuff, I let it happen organically. Whatever it is I'm going to draw, whatever it is I'm going to do, and I'm just kind of letting it happen organically, and I'm leaving the stuff open so that I can go back to it. That always happens. Um, so yeah, I think that's part of this. One curl wants to, I don't know what is up with that. Um, but anyway, my hair looks shorter right now. It's the curls. They're drawing up for some reason. They're really, really drawing up. So I think where I'm at right now is at a place where I think I'm letting things kind of happen more organically. Like I did with the blog post about my dad. I'm going to set my thing for, okay, I need to do some blog posts this week. And if I keep migrating, that's okay. As long as I get 1 or 2 blog posts written a week, or as long as I get some of the things done. I'm not going to pressure myself. I'm going to give myself permission to do things at my own pace. I'm going to apologize ahead of time that if things are a little bit late, I will get things to you during this week. Hopefully I will have things to you at least by the weekend, and that will, but I'm going to be working tonight on a journal with me and things like that. So today, though, during the day, I'm going to get some writing done from a novel, because I have not updated my word count in the cabin for Camp NaNoWriMo in a week, I guess. So yeah, at least. So that's where I'm at right now. I think things are going better than I kind of expected them to, but at the same time, I know that things can be a little bit better. And I need to concentrate on getting back into my swing of things, because this weekend really threw me. Saturday was extremely rough. I didn't get home until like 10:30 Saturday night. I cleaned up my mom's entire kitchen. I did her dishes and swept and cleaned the stove really good, and everything, so that my mom wouldn't have to worry about any of that, because there were a lot of people over on Saturday, which I think is one of the reasons my dad was so exhausted. He tried to stay up and out there because everybody was there. And so I wanted to say thank you. I received a little birthday present in the mail, and I just need to figure out what I'm going to do with the little charms and stuff that I got. Um, I have the bag in a special place. It's a bag of little sea glass and stuff like that, um, and a beautiful little letter. Um, I really like, I got some really pretty things. A little lighthouse and some mermaid tails and all kinds of stuff. I want to put this on a necklace, I think. I think I'm going to put this on my necklace. Um, I need to get the little hoop things to put the lighthouse on, something, and the little moon charm. I got two different little moon charms. Um, and I think I might make earrings out of these mermaid tails, take them apart and get another little ring. And I think I might make earrings out of the mermaid tails. It was very nice, very sweet of you. I feel guilty for feeling excited about things in my life when all of this other stuff is going on. And I have to give myself permission to live my life and still grieve and heal at the same time, to not feel guilty for living. And that's very hard. So I'm going to go on that note. Like I said, I will be doing some journal with me video tonight. I should have it up by tomorrow, Thursday at the latest. And I'm going to be doing a post very soon about some things too. PDFs I think might come. I think I'm going to work on PDFs this week too. I try to get y'all a PDF like every other week. So yeah, I'll see y'all again soon. Bye. Thanks for watching.